Welcome to another episode of NC Beer Buzz. I'm Glenn, Dave's behind the camera, and we're the NC Beer guys. We are very pleased to be in Blowing Rock today at the Rock Brewing Company, and they've had us in, and we're going to try their beer, and we've actually already been trying some, and learn about the history of Blowing Rock Brewing Company and all what's going on here and some plans for the future. Jeff and Todd are the founders, and I'm going to let them introduce their staff. Jeff and Todd, which is which?
I'm Jeff.
Jeff and Todd.
And I'm Todd, and this is Ray Hodge, our master brewer. We got Jim Deaton, our lead brewer, and Josh Carlo, our sales manager.
It's great. And we're at the brewery, and we're behind the other facility, and it's the what? How do you differentiate between the buildings?
This is our ale house restaurant, and we have in rooms here too. So we have a farm to table style restaurant here, and we brew the beer that's consumed here on site here.
But there's no tap room back here. All the sampling is done up here.
Yeah, in the other building here.
So let's start from the beginning. How did the Blowing Rock Brewing Company come to be, and how did you guys get together, and what's the vision from the original?
Okay. Yeah, we met 10 years ago and put our plan together. It was around 2006 that we were home brewing in batches and wanted to ramp that up to on a much larger scale. We met Ray in 2011. Actually, Jeff met Ray before that, 2009, and Ray came on board in 2011.
I met him at one of these beer festivals out in the eastern part of the state, and he actually changed the tire on my car. And he thought I was doing it all wrong. The car was going to teeter off the jack, and he said, "By the way, I brew beer."
By the way, that's right.
The funny thing is, both these guys are engineers, so it works out good. But we knew we wanted to be in an artisan town and have this mountain artisan approach.
And you're a local fellow.
I'm a local. And we wanted to have this mountain artisan approach to our styles and our beers, which is what we've achieved here with our team.
Now the brand has been around a while.
Yep.
Since when?
We launched in 2008.
But you were initially brewing not on site.
Correct.
And we've recently changed that. We want to make sure we get back to that story. Yep. So the Blowing Rock Brewing Company brand, Blowing Rock Beer, has been around. Are there flagships and something that we always could drink at Blowing Rock, the standard stuff?
Absolutely.
And what is that?
That would be the High Country Ale, our flagship American Pale Ale.
Is that the biggest seller, the best thing out of the box?
Pretty much, yes. It's been around from the get-go, and it's our flagship ale. And it's meant to be enjoyed in quantities of 6 on a daily basis.
And that's what you guys spend most of your time brewing, I guess, then.
Yes, certainly down in our Hickory facility. We're making mostly that.
All right. And so that's the story. We'll go ahead and jump ahead. That's too much of the story to hold back for later. So after initially contract brewing out of state, Blowing Rock Brewing Company has, within the last year or so, taken over some space in Hickory that was to be outfitted for other plans, and are now brewing in-state. So they are a full-fledged NC Craft Beer Brewing Company. If there's any questions about that, you can toss them aside.
Absolutely.
Blowing Rock is a North Carolina craft beer. So 100%. Get over that whatever you hear about, they don't produce beer in state, or they're not one of us, they are one of us.
Forget about it.
So we'll get that off the record. So is there a go-to similarity between the brews that you brew other than the flagships, or is there something we should know as a vision of Blowing Rock?
Really, what I brought to the company was a desire to make true representation of styles that everybody, true style, something that everybody recognizes and knows and is comfortable with, and then when they try it, we want to present an expression of that that's spot on. And also, what we want to bring to the table is our creativity and our innovation in the form of making some new beers, which could incorporate any kind of North Carolina ingredient or process technique that we find that would be unique. And we've done several of those that are standout different.
Okay.
So we not only do this stylistically approach, but we do the new and innovative thing as well.
So we referenced earlier in the conversation the restaurant farm to table, a local concept, local, support your local, buy local, drink local, we are. So that carries over to the brew operations now that we can do that in state.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely.
What does that mean for the styles and what we might hear out of Blowing Rock in the future?
Well, we know we're getting a bin of pumpkins next week.
Okay.
North Carolina.
And we've never
grown.
done a pumpkin beer before?
And so we're going to do,
Okay.
this is our first year in business. It's our first pumpkin season, so
First year here.
Right, right.
500-pound bin of pumpkins coming next week.
So for the fall,
a roasted pumpkin ale.
And you didn't rush it and put it out in July.
We wanted We wanted North Carolina pumpkins.
When they figure out how to grow pumpkins in North Carolina.
That's right. You got to grow them.
No spice included.
We're not using canned pumpkins. These are the real deal.
Right. And it's not going to buck up your system so bad that you can't work with it.
Oh, we can fix that.
Oh, you can fix that if it does.
That'd be me.
So while we reference the system, what do we see behind us? What kind of system are we brewing on here?
This is
and what's in Hickory too?
This is a 5-barrel, highly customized system built by Specific Mechanical in Victoria, BC. And it has open top mash tun. We have a closed grant. We have variable speed pumps. We have a early draw off port on our kettle. We've got glycol on our heat exchanger. We've got excellent opportunity to make very quickly and efficiently ales and lagers, double brewing every day if we want, and brewing into 5s and 10-barrel tanks.
Right.
And then we spun our beers, which is the old German method of capturing the natural carbonation within the beer. And then we rack them back into the finished tanks. We fine them on the way. Everything's done as natural and as old school as we can. We keg it off right here. It's all kegs. We counter pressure fill our growlers. And we're in distribution with the finest product with the least amount of trouble we can do.
And in Hickory, we're going to do a more commercial system, a more...
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a 30-barrel system for variant, and it's much larger than what we have here. It's also got a cascading line, and it's putting out, thousands of gallons of fine beer, and we're putting out in cans all across the state now.
And so, back up just a bit. Traditionally, we only have bottles and on draft and some local accounts, I assume.
Right.
And in your restaurant, of course.
Right.
And now we're moving to cans.
Absolutely.
And statewide distribution, or
Yes.
even more than this state.
We're really concentrating on North Carolina
Okay.
now, and I think we went through that whole decision process back last year on bottles versus cans, and we spent a lot of time looking at it, and we chose. First of all, we wanted to when we moved to North Carolina, go with what we felt the craft industry was going and the market was going, and we don't regret that at all. I mean, we've been canning now since May.
4 months, yeah.
It's going to be a new brewing revolution.
And you
Candy.
really, most of us now who pay attention to the craft beer movement realize that a can is not a problem with craft beer.
Oh, no.
But for so long, people thought
Yes, they-
if I drink a beer in a can,
That's old
it
school.
can't be any quality to it.
Not
That's
a problem.
out the door too.
Yes, and we're very, very well beyond those old days
Right.
where cans were thought to be a downsizing of bottles.
Sure,
No.
because there's so much convenience
Yes.
and shipping and airtight,
Absolutely.
no light coming in, I mean, all
Absolutely.
those things.
And
And very
the carbon footprint of the
Exactly.
whole process, where you're
Sure.
shipping heavy bottles versus light cans.
And reuse that
The
stuff,
cans
right.
are completely reusable. The glass has trouble. It's just so much more environmentally the right thing to do now.
Ray was actually the one who
Yes.
convinced us to go with cans, and I'm so glad that we made that decision.
And I'm sorry, I don't notice, the cans are already out.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
They
what we see on the shelves now are canned products.
Yep.
Fresh.
Absolutely.
And just to clarify, this is our Ale House series that's produced here.
Okay, that's,
Kegs and growlers, and then what's produced in Hickory is our Legacy series, and that's cans and kegs.
okay.
Okay. And what we produce here, we supply the Ale House restaurant. It's probably about 60% of our production, or maybe more. And then we've got select.
This facility.
Yeah, and then we've got select accounts across Western North Carolina that have our Ale House series.
Fine draft houses that
Oh, yeah.
support our fine beers.
Yeah.
Is the idea of this nice artisanal brewery.
And if you didn't catch it at the first video, this is the salesperson in the team.
If you couldn't tell.
He's the one
If you
out.
couldn't tell.
He's the one out repping the beer. He has all the lines down. They just roll off his lips.
He helped build the brewery too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All of us did.
Yeah, but his talent is in this line. It comes out so easy. It's just so natural.
It spills out.
Right, he can't help.
Wait for a couple hours later.
He can't help but rep the beer.
You're making me blush. You're
That's
making
right. So we're sitting here in 2014. What is the future for Blowing Rock? We brought the beer back. We're really a North Carolina craft beer now.
Yes.
We've expanded production capacity to Hickory. We are relatively statewide.
Yes.
Are we going to see new and different, more and better, or bigger and wider? What do we think?
I think we're focused on quality first. We are very much in tune with the logistics of the wholesale trade, and being able to get our brand out to the coast, out to the Triad, Triangle,
Charlotte.
and that's
So you're not in all the
very much-
markets yet that you want to be in,
no, we're still
Oh no, we're
we're
rapidly expanding.
but
Very
not
rapid.
there yet.
No, we have unlimited potential.
Okay.
But I think this transition from out of state to in state is the best thing we ever did,
Well,
and
it certainly helps your rep in state. Let's say that.
And what it did do, is enable us to achieve wholesale distribution of our brand. Now we've gone from being out of state to 2 breweries in North Carolina, two state-of-the-art breweries,
Less than
with
a year.
2 great brewers. And Ray, maybe you can speak a little bit about the stylistically our objectives.
Well, yeah, I think that what we're going to try to do is tune and tweak and perfect our beers that we've got. In Hickory, we have rotating seasonals, so we're already working on, well, we're canning our Oktoberfest Monday,
Right.
but we're already working on our winter seasonal.
The Oktoberfest was a
That's
Marzen?
a Marzen,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
and a real German lager,
Right, okay.
and that debuts next week.
And it's
statewide.
called the Blowing Rock Oktoberfest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after that, we'll do a winter ale, and then we've got a mountain spring.
And we
in the
never really had
springtime.
seasonal options before. Or
Yeah.
Not to this level.
Right.
We have 4 seasonals that we rotate right now.
And now that we produce for ourselves, we have total control over when and how much and where it all goes. And so,
because you're not competing with somebody else for the space. that's
and we're
available
not
at the
contracting with a company that doesn't have room for us anymore. So
Right.
we're here to just develop our brand to its best potential for North Carolina.
And you're where the feedback is most direct from the
Yeah.
people who are mostly drinking your brew.
Absolutely. We're all North Carolinians. This is why we're here.
Right.
Make
Right.
beer for ourselves and our neighbors.
And I think
That's
as
true.
Josh mentioned, we have huge capacity between here and Hickory. But what makes us unique, just to reemphasize, is not only 2 breweries, but we've got an excellent alehouse restaurant here and an inn. So we have people that come and travel, tourism across the state. They come stay with us here in
We're
Little
right
Rock.
off the sidewalk in downtown Blowing Rock, and maybe you can hear the music.
Yeah,
going
we
on.
drove in a while back and we came to this big conglomeration of people
Yeah.
walking, and it's a open mic music
Yeah.
night
Oh, yeah.
on the
Yeah.
lawn
Yeah.
somewhere.
The place is hopping. Blowing Rock downtown.
Well, it's a great scene here. It's a great scene.
Thank you.
And it's a great little beer place.
Thank you.
And the whole craft scene in North Carolina is just up and coming. And these guys are now a part of it, full-fledged, if there's any questions about it. And we thank you so much for having us in today. We wish you great things. So if you're out and about, make sure you look for the Blowing Rock products at your favorite bottle shop or drinking facility. And until next time, remember, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina. And from Blowing Rock Brewing Company, we'll see you next time, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Dave and Glenn.
Yeah,
you.
Dave and Glenn.
So this little close-up look at our facility here. We've got this 5-barrel specific brewery. We brew into these 10-barrel tanks or into the little 5s. But very nice facility. What this started out as is a 2-bedroom cottage as part of an inn that was here before we took over. And we converted this old funky building into a state-of-the-art brewery. We got really nice sloped floors, trench drains, tile floor. We got radiant heat in the floor, and just a big fan for our ventilation. So it's really built for comfortable brewing in the mountains. It's cleanable, it's functional, it's beautiful, and it's supremely efficient. One of the only breweries in America with a fireplace. We entertain out here, if given a chance.
So when we took over the building, we vaulted the ceilings. We've got our grain mill in the back here where we bring that into the mash tun. It's a very highly efficient system. Ray actually designed the whole system. This is his 8th brewery that he's built across America. And he comes to us with a lot of talent and knew, you know, when we went into this, exactly what would fit the space, exactly what would fit the building, and we wanted to, you know, maximize what we could do here. We actually have room for a third 10-barrel fermenter, which is on our plans in the near future.
And a 5 and more brights. One thing you can't see here is the cooler in the back, but we have cooler. Aqua Products provided the cooler.
Yeah, Aqua Products cooler.
And we, you know, all of our kegs at the bar, or draft at the bar, rather, are, you know, piped in. And it's a system that Ray had designed.